Greetings. Greetings, everyone. I hope that you are all doing okay, and I hope that today the chat will work. If there is anyone now, please feel free to just leave like a word so I can know that the live is working properly. It seems that last time actually I was not seeing the chat for some mysterious reason, so there were a few questions and comments, but it was not. Oh, cool. Hey, Nico, thanks for joining. So yeah, it seems like I hope that I will. Last time I actually saw the first message and then it just stopped showing. So I hope that it won't happen again today and that the next message will still come. So let's maybe check a little bit. If you're still here, Nico, feel free to just write a few more sentence or something in the chat so I can be sure that it's working. Here I actually activated like a live chat, so every message should be visible. You want me to write every now and then? Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's so cool to actually see the chat going. Oh my God. Hey Bjorn, thanks for joining. Thanks Nico for writing the message. So yeah, I think that the chat should be working. Hey Kyun, thanks for joining the live. Oh my God, I'm so happy that the live is working. Last time that was so heartbroken, really, like I was a little bit, I would say, sad because I was like, what happened and what happened in the chat? No one talked and anything, so I was quite surprised. So, well, I guess that it seems that we already have a few person here. So I guess that we can get started directly. Maybe some of you has some question. I think that knowing Kyun, I hope that I say the name correctly. I think that Kyun might have some question. He is the guy who is actually making me playing things from the Who in the live dedicated to the long song. So maybe we can get started with that if Kyun is there. I don't know. Hey GD, thanks for joining. Good evening. You covered Bilge very well in old lesson 17. Yeah, that was just one melody, kind of like improvised and all that. So yeah. So let's be done with Kyun request. So this part will be kind of specially for him. So basically you need, I will start with this thing. Basically that's, I don't know which song it is. That's you if you know the song you can say in the live. So basically, you asked me to kind of explain and give a little bit of information about this little trickery that Gata is doing in one intro of the song. I hope the chat is still working. So basically, you need to be tuned in fifth, so like that. I don't know if it's the same tuning as they are using in their song, but it might be lower, a bit higher. I don't really remember, but basically the idea is like that. Something like that. So Of course, it's not exactly what he is playing. I think that he also played a little bit differently depending on the performance, but the overall idea is kind of something like that. Also, there is like he might use some kind of reverb or some kind of effect on his Morin, because there is actually when he does that, there it's really there is a lot of reverb or something like that. So, well, Nico, I don't know the name of the song. You need to ask Kyun. I don't know which song it is. It's in the intro. That's like a. Ah no, that's the other question actually. I don't know the song. Sorry. So basically, it's like a dun 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 dun. Ah no, it's the other. Yeah, ask Kyun for that. I just remember the part because I kind of took a bit of time to see what he was doing. So just to give the detail of how it is played, basically you start in fifth, then you go to this note. It sounds a little bit dissonant, so that's kind of also quite interesting. Then there is, I think he's doing either something like that. So first note there. Then you can eventually give some, how to say, tzahilaq on this note while you are holding it. Then you do this kind of like a chinetzak signature sliding thing to move back to a lower note, which is this one. So if I take out the effect, that would be like that. And then kind of like drop the bow so it makes the melody ring a little bit, especially with this reverb effect or something. So something like that. So well, that's kind of like that's what it is, I think. I'm not sure there is much more to say. Basically, you just need to find these two notes, kind of have the overall idea of the rhythm. So something like that. And then you can, just like he does, just like Raza does, it's kind of like adding the tzarklar, the slide, and doing those kind of like hammering and stuff like that. So I don't think he's doing exactly the same way in every performance. It's a little bit improvised, but the main idea are those three notes. So you can, I think you can either do it like that. So you basically finish on the first place here, or in one video he actually slide it upward, so that would give something like that. So kind of like throwing it away. So well, I think that covers the little trickery behind this little intro. I don't think it's too, as you can see, it's not too hard, but it requires, I think, a little bit of time to get in the mood and to really get to make it feel and sound like him, of course. So the overall idea is pretty easy to get. Then it's gonna take a little bit of time to feel and have the, I would say, to make it smooth and everything. So that's for the first question you had. Then the second question, let's see. I think that was that, right? So the same, I don't know which song it is. So the main idea of this rhythm, so just confirm me that it's the right thing I'm playing. Okay, great. So the main idea that you first need to get, actually this one is a little bit more tricky. So the first thing is like this rhythm. I will put down the I would say the camera a little bit. So so basically you are jumping a little bit and getting out of the string with the bow. So that I explained it a little bit maybe in the free course on YouTube, but it's really explained in details in the Hey Meister, thanks for joining. So it's really explained in detail on the course of the website. So just very shortly, it's kind of like you are doing this movement. It's really like this kind of movement with like a little bit of rotation like that. So wait a second. Yeah, that's like that. So basically you're gonna do this and then so it's a little bit not that easy actually in slow motion. In real tempo, so something like that. And you will have to do it in the opposite way. So here we are starting with a pull. So, but you will also need to do it in opposite. So like that. And then you will have, I think, like 3 times. And then it's gonna be on the opposite way. So, sorry. Wait, I need to do it in real time. I'm mixing a little bit, sorry. Just a second.
Би одоо энэ уртлын хаалга монгол байна.
За.
Чамд сүр ногоосоо зүгчгүй доор бараг хөнгөө байна.
Үгүй тийм үү. Би одоо яг лайв хийж байгаа. Нэг төр хүлээх боломжтой юу?
Би тэрийг хэлэх гэж ирсэн.
За. Би угаасаа за гарангууд би угаасаа цоочтой хийн. Тий. Цоож хийн. Асуудал. Yeah, sorry about that. Some worker asked for some info. So get back to this. Sorry about that. Normally that should be opposite. Why I forgot it now. So yeah, the main note which you have here, those are those one, and played on the second half riff on the opposite. And if you pay close attention, that's exactly the same as another song which is like. That's the same note. So basically, if you already, I think we talked about this riff in the previous live. So if you already got this riff, you already know where are the notes and you can already use them. Then it's just gonna be about practicing this rhythm. So, well, I hope that it gives you some highlights about this rhythm and this little riff. Hey, Olgar, I still speak French a little bit, but not that often, so it kind of require me a little bit of time to put my brain in French mode. But yeah, I can still speak French, but I kind of forget because I'm not really talking in French that much. So yeah. Well, very glad if these information are useful. So let me know if you have let me see. Like that. Yeah, that's also, that works as well. That can be interesting with a slide as well, actually. So yeah, with a slide, that's also pretty cool. Yeah, in fifth, that's like directly the murder sounds. There is something with this tuning that is really cool. So the fifth tuning is absolutely awesome. So Ulrar is asking, I would like to know if the Merhur can produce similar songs to the Erhu. Est-ce que le Merhur peut produire des sons similaires au Erhu? I don't think so. Um, so maybe I can answer. I will answer in English, and if it's unclear, let me know in French, and I will say it back in English because that might be useful for other person. So first, it depends on what you talk about. If you talk about the melody itself, or if you talk about the way the instrument is sounding. So if you talk about the melody, like the melody, the notes, I'm pretty sure that the melody can perform and play melodies that are played on the erhu, because I think that we might have a little bit more notes on the melody, but I might be wrong about that. But the thing is that in terms of playing techniques and everything, I'm pretty sure that a melody that can be played on the erhu can be played on the merhur as well. The thing is, if you talk about the way the instruments sound, then that would be most probably a no, because the way the erhu is made, the box, the string, the way it's being played, and the way the merhur is made, the box, the strings as well, it's quite different. So I don't think that you can reach and that you can get the same type of sound that you have on erhu on a merhur. So for the melody, for the playing of the melody, of course, it's pretty obvious that's possible. But if it's in terms of sound of the instrument, I don't think that it's possible to have a merhur that sounds kind of like a erhu. You will still have, yeah, no, I mean, maybe the merhur from Inner Mongolia might be a little bit closer to the sound of erhu, but the playing style and everything, yeah, I don't think that you can mimic erhu on a merhur. You can, just like you cannot really mimic a violin on a merhur, and you cannot really mimic a merhur or a erhu on a violin, because the sound of the instrument itself is very different. So you can still play each instrument repertoire on each instrument. So you can play violin music on merhur, or on erhu you can play erhu music on merhur and violin and all that. But the temper, the style, the mood and everything, I don't think that it can be retranscribed between the instruments. I mean, that's kind of what I feel. So definitely, if there is a person that is playing the merhur that sounds just like a erhu, I would be super curious to see. But I don't think that it's something that is really possible, because that's gonna be playing with the physics and the acoustic of the instrument. Just the size of the box of a erhu, the box of a merhur, it's like totally a different shape, totally a different size. So the string is not made the same and everything. So that would be quite complicated. So I don't know if you are in the idea of buying a merhur to play merhur as well as erhu music, maybe something like that. Of course, that would be fine. But if you really want the sound, then better get erhu directly. I think just the same that it's not gonna be easy to play a joro or a tatlach, or eventually maybe a urtindo that can work on the erhu, but like those double string, very typical things of the merhur on the erhu, obviously that's not gonna be possible. So each murder, each instruments, they kind of have their own personality. They kind of have their own identity, their own music and all that. And I'm not sure that another instrument can replicate all this culture, all this legacy, I would say, as well as the instrument it was created for. So yeah, that's kind of how I feel. That's why I usually kind of like play murder music on the murder and not really other things. So yeah. Well, on the okay, I see. So basically, on the murder you can tune higher as well. There are some murder in Inner Mongolia that are thinner and that can be tuned a little bit higher. So and there is 4 octaves on the murder. So I don't know if I will be able to play it well on the leather fronted, but let's give a try. That's the first one. Second one. Sorry. That's the third, and then that's gonna be too hard on leather with horsehair. Yeah, no, it's not gonna work on the, and I'm not really doing this that much, but basically you can have the first octave, the second octave, the third octave, and you can, by playing the second octave in fake harmonic, so in not fake harmonica, we say generated harmonic or something like that. So basically you hold the first finger pretty strong, and then you just barely touch the string with the fourth finger. That's kind of generate a fourth octave. But to be honest, on leather fronted instrument with horsehair, that's yeah, that's really tricky. With like wooden instrument and nylon string, that's a little bit easier to play. But on leather fronted, yeah, sorry about that. Like playing this fourth octave is a little bit tricky, and it's also a little bit complicated. That's not really usually the murder word. We use two and a half octave. Above that, then we definitely go in the range of modern composition and modern music. So not really in the repertoire, the natural repertoire of the murder, I would say. So yeah. Is there okay? Then Kyun, is there a chance you have practiced or remember the Benny? Yeah. No, I was focused on your question about the who, Kyun. Yeah, the motherhood is lower in tune than the erhu, definitely. Modern composition into a Nortundo practice. Yeah, that's fine, Hyun. That I think the live is now let us practice murderhole. So I think it's open to anything that is just related to the murderhole. So it's totally okay. Well, I don't remember. I did not practice the two main act. Something like that, but yeah, I don't remember. I know just like the this. Just like the very few beginning stuff, and then later I don't remember. I did not even listen to it. I don't really listen to this piece, so yeah, I don't really remember. Sorry about that. I can eventually see a little bit for next live, but that's not really. My skills are not high enough in this field to be able to play and perform and show you exactly how it goes. So yeah. Could you explain the motion of the finger in the beginning? So just give me a second. I have been playing a song by Tirk called Awi Awi. It's on YouTube. Can anyone translate the lyric to English? I think the language. Okay, so that was not a question for me. That sounds good. Hey Maeve, how are you doing? I'm so glad to see you there. So yeah, I can fuck you, and I can show you a little bit how it work. This beginning. So basically, this that's typical like thing of the joro of the jonon. It's like exactly what we play in the tatlak. So for example, so that and the very beginning is like this. So it's kind of like attacking the string and releasing when you are touching the harmonic, so the harmonic kind of keep ringing a little bit. So in slow motion, that would be something like that. And a little bit faster. So you can see that once we start reaching one tempo, the string is staying in the harmonic, even though the finger is not, how to say, staying on the harmonic of the string. So that's kind of like one magic. Something like that. So hey Brian, thanks for joining. That's a lot of person today. Wow, so that's super cool. So yeah. Something like that. So did I answer the question? Okay, so well, if I answered all the question, for I think like it was GD that was asking, oops, GD Moore that was asking about the text. I think that you will have more chance to get answers if you join the Discord and you post on Discord, because I think we have some members that are actually from this region and that know the language. So unfortunately, I don't know this language, but I think we have members that could help you on the Discord. So I would really invite you to join the Discord and just post in the main chat. You can post the link of the video you are like trying to learn and ask if someone would have the transliteration, the translation or something. I think that will bring you more result on the Discord. So to Ural, I want to buy beginner Morel, but I saw on your words on a website that there are different beginner Morel that make different sounds. What's the main difference between each of them? Ah, okay, nice question actually. So basically, for the beginner instrument that I will just put that on the side. So the main thing is that the beginner instruments, they are well, first they are instruments that are kind of handmade. The box is kind of handmade. The horse head, the neck and stuff, that's made mostly by a machine, and then that's finished kind of like a 3D printing something, and then the finish is of course made by hand. The thing is that, for example, all the head are made by a team, the neck by another team, and so on. So basically, one instrument is made by multiple person, kind of in a fast manner with very kind of various type of woods. So what can happen? Usually, what I see, as I've been now selling these instrument and checking this instrument for almost 10 years, it's like out of, let's say, 10 beginner instrument, you will have 2 instruments that are real crap, serious garbage, good for barbecue, to be honest. You will have a huge like 5 to 6 instrument that will be average, neither bad or neither good, just like fine, I would say. So they are still kind of fine to start, but they won't really evolve, or they might kind of like start to feel short maybe after 6 months or after a year if you are really getting serious in the murder. So, and then that left us with like maybe 1 to 3 instruments that are really good. Like they are not on the level of beginner instrument, they are way above. They are much better than what they cost. But you need, I mean, when I sell those beginner instruments, usually I try at least 5 or 6 instruments, and I choose the best. Because the thing is that as they are kind of made, I would say like industrially or something, they kind of like use the wood, but sometimes in the rack of the wood they are using, from what I can see, some wood are real shit, like sorry, but really it's like wood for the table or something. And then sometimes there are like wood that I don't even know why they are using it for the study instrument, because it's like super good quality wood. So basically, out of 10 instruments, you will have a part that will really be super bad, sometimes with flaw, with mistakes, with a super bad sound, the wood is bad, and so on. A huge part, like at least like 6 or 7 instruments that are kind of study instruments, so not bad, not good, and 1 or 2 or 3 that are like super great. So that's why there is a difference. Thing is, the beginner instrument that I sell is not the lowest. It's not the first price. I sell the third one, I think, third price, because usually the pegs are a little bit more comfortable. there is a finger, there is the finger touch on the neck, so it makes it much more durable. The head is a little bit more decorated, and usually the making is also a little bit better, like the lacquering, the finish and everything, it's a little bit better. So it's possible to get I think the package I have now that includes everything for the beginner instrument. So that's the beginner instrument, the bow, the box, the wooden shipping box, so it arrived without any issue, and few accessories and the bag and stuff. It's around like 450 or 470 euro something. If you are going to get the lower price instrument, let me calculate for a second. I think you're gonna save 400. I think you're gonna save like 15 euro or 20 euro something. But for me, the difference in price is not worth it. It's better to spend these 15 euro more, and the quality is much better. The same way that if you want to, instead of, let's say, paying a package for 450, you decide that you want to invest like 500 euro or 550. The same way, the difference in price is not really worth it in terms of difference of quality. For example, for me, there are like three range. The first one is like the stud instrument, the one that I have on the website, that I sell on the website. Then if you want the better quality, you kind of need to stretch a little bit the budget to something around between 750 to maybe 850 or something, all included. It's not just the instrument, that's everything included with the shipping cost and everything. Then at that price, let's say if we are wide, maybe between 750 to 900, let's say, you will have the intermediate quality, so you will have the mid intermediate to high intermediate kind of. And if you move up to 1100 euro, then you are in the range of the pro, and then that's the best instrument with best sound, best wood, best making usually, and also a little bit fancy in decoration sometimes, but then it can also go a little bit higher, maybe 1700 or something like that. So depending on what you want, if you want to buy a Merhur beginner instrument from me, I will anyway I would say check the beginner instruments, so you will get the best of the one that are in the shop. I'm not just randomly picking one, I'm checking them. And also usually I make a video of tests, so I usually show two, three, four instruments in the video, so you can actually hear them, see them, and choose from them, and not just like so yeah. So the price for the Merhur only, so basically I would say the price for the Merhur, the study instrument only, is around 130, 140 or something like that. It's below 150 euro for just the beginner if you want just the instrument. Then you got to add all the detail actually of the price is on my website, so you can check the page. There is the detail of every single things. There is the price of the instrument, there is the bag that comes with it, there is the bow, there is a wooden box to protect it. There is the shipping cost as well, which is a little bit expensive. So usually what I say is that it's a little bit best if you can to stretch your budget a little bit, up to 7 to 800 to 800, yeah. Because the cost of the shipping is a little bit high. It's around 100 euro, 100 something euro. So basically, if you take the beginner instrument, the shipping cost is actually costing the same price of the instrument. So that's a little bit, well, like that. And then there is my salary, because, well, I prepare the instrument, I give advice, I make the test video, then I check that the instrument is all okay. Then I take it, I protect it in the box, I take it to the post office and everything. So well, that also cost a little bit. So again, the details of the price is on my website. So you can see the details of everything, what the package includes. There are also actually photographs. There are I would say like video pictures, so you can see how I prepare everything. There is also a link to the playlist. It's not public. It's kind of like a semi-private kind of, because I don't want to spam the person that are following this channel. But there is almost now 100 videos of instrument test for the person that want to buy from me. So you can also see that I really, and sometimes I'm really too honest. I show the instrument, and if I feel it's not good enough, I'm not gonna try to sell it to you. I'm just gonna tell you this is garbage. Don't buy it. So yeah, I'm like showing the instrument and everything. So everything is on the website. So it's oraltechcom/order/Motherhood, and you have all the information, videos, test videos, price details, and everything there. So normally, if you are motivated to buy an instrument with me, you can get in touch with me directly on Instagram, or on preferably on I would say on Facebook Messenger. That's a little bit easier for me to be in touch, because usually when I do the package, I also send the picture directly, and I like to be in contact with the person that buy an instrument. So I'm always checking, okay, do you like this bag color? Do you want the blue one, the black one, or something? So it's a little bit more comfortable for me to make the order, to prepare everything, if I can chat with you while I am doing it actually. So for me, the best is to get in touch on Messenger, and then we can get started if you are interested. So yeah. Since anything new, GD more, anything new in the playing of Bilge since old lesson 17? I'm not sure I remember that lesson. I think that was something like that. Okay, let me try to remember. I think that was something like that. Am I correct, or am I do I remember correctly? I think that was something like, or maybe that was something like that. Like so I'm not sure I remember the melody. It was well covered there. Basically, what I can tell you is that the melody from this old lesson Bilge is kind of an improvisation. It's not a real melody. It's kind of something that I don't want to say created, but just like from the various melodies that I heard from the Bilge, I kind of made a mix back then to have a background melody for the lesson. Because back then I did not really know exactly one particular melody, so I kind of made a mix to get the mood, kind of. So what I can tell you about the bilge, uh, it is the traditional Mongol dance, the folk dance of the Mongols. Normally, there are like a few dozen, if not hundreds, melody. Each tribe got a specific melody for a specific choreography, a specific movement, and everything. And those normally should not be mixed and everything. So back then, well, so that was a little bit wrong, I think, but I think that I talked in the video that it was inspired and not a specific bilge. So that's also quite important to understand. And bilge is basically dance. So it's not the title of a melody, that's the type of melody. So that's a dance basically. And then in the bilge, you have again many various melodies that are accompanying a person or sometimes multiple person dancing. So yeah, that's kind of like what I can tell you. I hope that answers the question. Tell me if you have another interrogation, if I need to go further, or what do you, please tell me. Well, yeah, Bjorn, that's kind of like that. It's saying like billier is kind of saying like valse or breakdance or something like that. Actually, that's pretty accurate. That's a very good comparison. So the same like you have the maktar. So that's the praise. That's kind of like a genre, I would say, like a type of what we can do on the Merhur. You will have the urtindo, the long songs. You will have the ulgir, the fairy tales. You will have the tatlak, which are the melodies that usually relates to animals and nature and stuff. Then you have the bilge, which are the melodies that accompany a choreography, a specific choreography that kind of represent like various things of the Mongol lifestyle. So some are for the offering of milk to the sky. Some are about how to make the leather straps. Some are about the free game of the man, like the horse race, the wrestling, and the how we say, the archery, the archery. So there is that. There is some about praying. There is some about riding horse. There, I mean, there is like countless of things. Some are a little bit more like the legend with little lyrics and representing a special character or something like that. So it's super broad actually. So in the bilge there is definitely a lot of things. And unfortunately now it tends to be a little bit mixed. So for example, a person that is Hoton would actually kind of do the choreography of a Hoton, but using the way of sitting of the bayat and maybe doing the choreography on a melody that is Oriental, which is like kind of super wrong. So this kind of tend to start to appear, and it makes it a little bit difficult to actually know if this melody goes with this choreography and from which tribe it is actually originating, and so that is sometimes a little bit tricky to really get to know in detail. So yeah, that's about the bilge, bilge. There is actually a French. What is his name? Let me try to remember. I know that his family name is Blanchier. and he made a PhD about this dance. He wrote a lot of very interesting things, but was in French. And he is also actually dancing super great. So I'm not sure if there are other person that worked on this art. I'm not really sure. That's the only person that I know that really made a huge work on the bilge, on the dance, and talking about it, and kind of trying to separate various things and all that. So yeah, it's Blanchet, and what is his name? I don't remember. Don't remember. I know his family name for sure, but yeah, the first name I forgot. Don't remember now. But yeah, if you're interested, I think I might have one or two links about it, but it's in French. So yeah. Yeah, we did not play too much today. It's an hour already. So is there anyone with other question, or shall we play a little bit some Urtindo? What's that? It's a little melody I just learned 2 days ago. Really cool. Also very nice lyrics. So yeah, I guess like it seems there are no more questions for today. So maybe we can play a little bit of Urtindo. So first, let's tune with each other, so you can eventually follow and play along. So first, lower string. Then higher string. And that should give you so I don't know what note is that, as you know that I don't know, but it's a fourth and it's in tune. So let's start with this song that I just learned, which I really enjoy actually. It's called Hotak Wol. It's very small, very short. So basically, it's similar to the Holsnor. Uh, it's similar in structure as Holsnur, as we maybe saw it before. And if you saw the thing on the, sorry, I'm so sorry. Тийм үү? Уг нь би дандаа нөгөө тий би дандаа төлж. Сайн нөгөө дор бол хүмүүс ажиллаж байсан. Нэг давхар байл энд төсгөр байдаг юм. Аа за. Би удахгүй souvent quelqu'un qui rentre faire un pas, tu vois. Et si les gens qui rentrent dans la rue, après ils peuvent faire n'importe quoi dans le bâtiment, je pense. Là, je suis en train de faire un live et dès que j'ai fini, je sors et je ferme de toute façon. Je ferme. Ah, ouais, ouais. Moi j'ai la clé donc en sortant j'ouvre, je sors, je ferme. Je l'ai jamais ouvert. Ça marche. Ouais. So sorry. Today that's very interesting. A lot of person knocking on the door. That's pretty interesting. Oh, actually, I have a request of Urtindo by Kyun. Wow, that's so awesome. Irtin Zaskona. Okay, let's play Irtin Zaskona then. Oh my god, you made my day. Someone actually requested Urtindo. It's moving forward. So Эрдэнэ засаг was Mongol. So Эрдэнэ засаг we can start with either the loose string. So if we use that one, that's gonna be to play for a male singer or for someone that has kind of a lower voice. It's also possible to play it with starting with the C bemol B flat position. That would be for a higher voice. So maybe you can play both. I played quite. I might forget a little bit the higher one. So let's play both so we can refresh a little bit the memory. So everything that's going on. So that was Irten Taskenar, kind of for a male singer, I would say. Now I can try to remember in the female kind of version. So that would start with the si bemol position, si bemol on the motherboard on the lower string. So let's see if I can remember properly. So that was the kind of like version for a female singer or for someone that has a little bit higher voice. So yeah, with some singing. Yeah, Irtin Saskona. I mean, yeah, playing at actually playing Urtindo at the same time of singing is actually a little bit tricky. And I tend to lose the note a little bit, so I kind of need to solidify a little bit more that when it comes to songs like Eritin Saskona, where it's like moving up and down a lot. With a little bit more meditative song, that's a little bit easier because we mostly stay around the same area. But with a song like Eritin Saskona, but it's kind of like moving and jumping a lot around, so it's kind of like, yeah, require a bit of practice actually. So I could have eventually sing without the Merur, but with the Merur that might be a little bit tricky and sound off there. And then so for the safety of your ears, I would not sing right now. Yeah, like, yeah, I mean, singing, just singing and having someone playing the merhu on the side, that's much more comfortable. But singing and playing the merhu at the same times kind of require a little bit of practice. And Irtin Zaskeonach is not really a song that I practice that much. I'm more on some other song currently, so I might be able to sing it without the merhur, but with the merhur that feels a little bit risky at the moment. But yeah, I should practice more these not meditative songs as well, actually, to work on that. That might help a little bit. Okay, so what song should we go now? Well, actually, I could sing Textan Roussel if you want, but I don't know, my voice seems to be a little bit tired today or something. Yeah, I can go with Textan Roussel today. Where is my notes of the song Textan Roussel? Along with that, Textan Roussel. Let's see, but it might be a little bit high. Yeah, let's do an Textan Roussel, maybe one or two or three. Let's see. I think I need to drink some water. So that was three free stanza of Tikstan Husil. So, oh, there was some. What was the hardest song for you to learn? To learn to sing? To learn to sing, I don't know. Mm, I yeah, I mean, I'm still learning, so that would be a little bit arrogant to say that this was hard and this was easy to learn. I'm still learning, I would say. The thing that I kind of tend to see with my voice, with the singing, for the singing is that I see that my voice is going in the direction, and some song can work with it, and some other it's really not working that well. So yeah, in terms of singing, hardest song. Hardest to play on Morin Khuur. Wow. Okay, let me think for a second. Uh, well, I think that would definitely be some Tatlar from the West, which are really, really mind tricking. There is a lot of weirdness going in these Tatlar, the melodies and the trick, and the bow and everything. It's like super tricky. So for me, like, yeah, those pieces are really complicated to learn. Mostly because it's I would say the thing is when we learn, I will probably make some enemies by saying that, but when we are playing modern music, that's very easy in a sense because there is a sheet of paper. So it's very easy to read the notes and know, that's this note and that this finger and the bow is going like that and everything. So on that sense, that's very easy to learn. Of course, it's hard to master, but to understand the piece, to actually know what are the notes, that's kind of not that complicated because we have it on paper. When it comes to the music, the traditional music, the folk music, it's very tricky in a sense because even if I would say the skill, the technicality might be a little bit easier than the classical modern music, but it tends to change a lot. So someone that is playing, maybe once they will play one way, then another time they will play differently, then one time it's gonna be a little bit faster with double bowing, and then the next time it's gonna be slower with simple bow, and it's kind of like and the note might change a little bit. Same with the urtindo. There is many version, and it really require a little bit of dedication, I think, to really understand the philosophy behind this folk music, to kind of grab what the moment, if there is a variation, then after a while, I mean, I can feel, yeah, now it's still inside the bubble of this specific song, and sometimes, yeah, no, that's going too far, and it's very subjective. It's a lot of sensitivity, a lot of feelings and everything. So to really get to understand a little bit like what I do, what you ask me to do with the melody of the Who, it's a little bit like that with the folk music, because there is no score. The thing is really required to get to understand the philosophy behind the melody, the tatla or the urtindo, and to see various versions, to kind of make a mix of all that, to get the average, to get the main trunk of the tree, I would say, and make the difference between what is the trunk and what is just the leaves and the branch and stuff, and then get to learn the trunk and kind of take abstraction of all those branch. And once you get that, then you can put your own branch or get the branch of this one and stuff. So yeah, I would not have a specific song that comes in mind that was harder than another one, because to be honest, each time I learn a new urtindo, each time I learn a new tatla, there is new challenge to understand it, to get to how it's being played. So I would say that each time I learn a new piece, it's harder than the previous one somehow, or I don't know, yeah, maybe something like that, or maybe not harder, but it's a new challenge to get to understand and to learn. So yeah. So more like the genre is like the folk is a little bit harder for me than the classical music. Classical, like get the shit and okay, that's like that, and that's it, and then that's practice. But yeah, the folk really require to understand, really require the hearing, and really, yeah, to require to understand the soul of it, kind of, I would say. It's not just um, I would say. But it's the same for every folk music. It's not just for the Merur, or it's like that for every single folk and ancestral music. It's like that. So a lot of feeling to really get to understand what it is about and all that. And the technique comes after. Technique is simple. Um, Once you if you under I don't remember who said, I think it was Magne back in the time when he was on Discord, said like very something very true. Practice is not making perfect. Practice is making permanent. And that's really like that. If you don't understand the full piece, you're gonna practice and practice and practice, but not the right thing. So it's not gonna be accurate. So that's where it's very tricky, because with the again, to make the comparison with the modern music, you cannot learn wrong the classical music. There is the note, so you cannot imagine that it's a sol or a G if it's written a D. So it's not really possible to learn a classical, a modern piece wrong. That's not really possible because it's set. But when it comes to the four, then that's the hearing. And if with your hearing you understand it wrongly, like the bow is opposite, or you add an ornament where they are not, or stuff like that, then the melody is gonna be totally wrong. And so it really require a different type of skills and tools to learn. So for me, that's a little bit more interesting, more adventurous, I would say. um, and a little bit more like free as well, because it's really like exploring something, not just having something pre-made. Okay, you need to play that and read and play. So yeah, I went off a little bit the question, but I hope that was still interesting. So yeah. So yeah, it's been an hour and a half. So I guess that we can maybe get to finish for today. If you guys don't have any more question, so I will just, as usual, make my little uh, advertising moment at the end of the live. So, oh, actually, there were new posts this week. There were the autumn grid that are finally being released. Why I did not talk about it before? So yeah, actually quite important. This post, this autumn grid data, this urtindo, really took quite a lot of time. Really took a lot of research. Really took a lot of heart, I would say, to compile and to put together. So I would really appreciate if you I would say if you have a look on it and and see how it is, and eventually, I don't know, say what you think about it. So yeah, new post on the website, Autumn Guidata New Urtindo, very philosophical, very interesting meanings, and a lot of also interesting details about the Mongol culture, the Mongol philosophy, how Mongol they see the world and stuff like that. So it might be, even if you're not into the Urtindo, if you like the Mongol culture, if you like the language, and if you like if you want to understand, even for the Homi and for the throat singing and everything, you got to understand better what is the Mongol spirit. So these posts also can be quite useful, even if you're not learning the Urtindo, the long song. So yeah, new post on the website. The lesson, the Mongol language lesson, we're working on it still. We are like, I'm translating I'm translating to French, to English. We are also converting to the Mongol script. So it's also taking a little bit of time. I started to build the structure on the website for the lesson and everything. So it's going good. Hopefully that will be released this month. Normally, I think we should manage. I will talk with a linguist. I think it's gonna be Tuesday to check all the chapter, all the part of the first chapter. Sorry, to see if we are missing something and everything. And then once it's released, I will give a coupon to 4 or 5 person so they can get it for free. And the payback would be to give me a feedback on the lesson, to tell me, yeah, this is not that clear and so on. So I will still keep you in touch, and I will talk about it on Discord anyway. So you will be able to know when it's being released and when you can get your coupon to test the lesson and everything. But the lesson not gonna be expensive. It's gonna be, I think, €5 per chapter, and I will stick to it. Either if the chapter is big or small, just to have like something easy. So I don't want to start to think too much of if there are like seven lesson, that it needs to be €7 and stuff. Then more like by chapter, and I think it's gonna be a little bit more fair like that maybe. So yeah. And finally, well, if you want to support what we are doing with the oral community, with the website, with sharing the culture and everything, you can make a subscription on the website. That would be like that will be super appreciated. Very grateful to the person who donates. That's always super helpful to me. And I actually might open a few slots for online lesson if you are interested to learn the metaphor. I've been trying a little bit, a few lesson. I used WhatsApp, but I don't know. It's a little bit not that comfortable somehow. So might need to, might need to find another application or something to teach online, because the WhatsApp is kind of fine for conversation, but for the metaphor, that's a little bit not that good. So if you have actually some, suggestion of application or software or something I could use to make an online lesson, then I might open again a few slots, maybe for 2 or 3 person per week or something. I have quite a lot on my schedule, but seems there were a few person that were interested into getting some online one-on-one lesson. So if some of you are like kind of like interested, then maybe we can talk about it, and I might open a few slots. So hey, it's the guy you helped buy. What? So cool! Hey man, wow, so cool! I'm so glad. So much, man. I would donate so much. Just have no more money right now. Yeah, it's totally cool. How's the motherhood going? Wow, that's so cool. I'm so glad. How's the motherhood going? Is it finished now? You kind of like I got super busy, I guess. So I busy working on the motherboard. So yeah, tell me how it is. Please send me picture. Or send the picture on the Discord. We need to see how it went, if it's finished or what. So yeah, it's like, I'm so glad. Thanks for passing by. It's kind of the end of the live now, so I'm gonna close, but yeah, thanks for passing by, and please let me know how the motherhood went and everything. I'm super curious about it. So So yeah, I think that's it for today. Was pretty interesting. I think a lot of talk, a little bit of singing, music, and everything. So don't have the final material for the tuning pegs. Oh, that okay. Yeah, okay. So well, I guess you're pretty close to play your own made motherhood. You will see. That's awesome. That's super cool. So yeah, if you have any suggestion for next live, any question, feel free to leave in the comments or prepare that and then join next week and we'll talk live about what you want to learn and everything. And I guess that Kuhn will ask another who melody music trick for next week. So we will most probably have another uh, kind of riff of the Who in the beginning of next live, thanks to Kyun. So yeah, that's it for today. I wish you all a very great week. I wish you all a lot of success and a lot of good practice and music. And I will see you next week. See ya.